Welcome to a deep dive into one of the most influential and complex states of the 20th century, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or the USSR. Spanning nearly 7 decades, the USSR reshaped global politics, economics, and ideology. Join us as we trace its dramatic rise and fall. Before the USSR, Russia was ruled by the Tsars, marked by immense social inequality and political repression, setting the stage for revolution. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republics was officially established in December 1922, uniting several Soviet republics under a centralized communist government. Following its formation, the early years were shaped by Vladimir Lenin's leadership and the subsequent intense power struggle that led to Joseph Stalin's totalitarian rule. The groundwork for the USSR was laid during the dramatic Bolshevik Revolution of 1917, overthrowing the provisional government, followed by the brutal Russian Civil War. Stalin consolidated power and initiated rapid, forced industrialization through 5-year plans, aimed at transforming the agrarian nation into a global industrial power. The Great Purge, a campaign of political repression in the late 1930s, resulted in the execution or imprisonment of millions, profoundly impacting Soviet society and government structures. The mid-20th century saw the Soviet Union play a pivotal role in World War II, immediately followed by the dawn of the global Cold War. Despite massive losses, the Soviet Union's resistance on the Eastern Front was instrumental in the defeat of Nazi Germany, shaping the post-war world order. Emerging from the war, the USSR established itself as one of 2 global superpowers, marking the beginning of the Cold War ideological and geopolitical struggle with the West. The Cold War featured intense competition, including the space race and frightening moments like the Cuban Missile Crisis, bringing the world to the brink of nuclear conflict. Despite its status as a superpower, internal issues began to undermine the USSR, leading to its eventual decline and collapse. By the 1980s, economic stagnation led Mikhail Gorbachev to introduce reforms like perestroika and glasnost, which inadvertently accelerated political change. Gorbachev's loosening of control allowed suppressed nationalistic sentiments to surface, leading to increasing political unrest and calls for independence in various republics. In December 1991, the Soviet Union officially dissolved, marking the end of a communist era and the birth of 15 independent nations. The dissolution of the USSR was a monumental event, drastically altering the global political map and signaling the end of the Cold War. The Soviet Union's legacy is complex, defined by its massive industrial achievements, its role in World War II, and its totalitarian oppression, which continues to influence global discourse. The transition to independent post-Soviet states was fraught with economic and political challenges, with many nations still navigating their path decades later. Thank you for exploring the history of the USSR with us.